I was about to come on here and say that this race could have been an email, but it's just got a lot more interesting because both McLarens could be disqualified for plank wear issues. This championship just got a bit more tasty. If Norris and Piastri are both disqualified from the race, it means that Max Verstappen is only 24 points behind with 2 races to go, which is still a bit of a leap, but it's a lot closer than 42, and does it raise a lot more questions about McLaren's car as a whole. The race itself was pretty dull. It was decided after turn 1 after Lando Norris went too deep into the first corner and Max Verstappen took the lead, very commanding from there on out. Apart from Antonelli putting up a really stern defence against Piastri, some outstanding driving to get a gap between Piastri and George Russell, and then managing to hold on to P5, getting the gap to Leclerc. Antonelli was absolutely outstanding, but apart from that, there really wasn't a lot else going on. As a European, we're very lucky that we get a lot of the races on our time schedule, but obviously this is one of the races that we have to get up early for, and it really was not worth getting up at 4 a.m. for, and I really wish that I just got a couple of extra hours sleep instead, because it really wasn't worth it. So, decision confirmed. Both Norris and Piastri are disqualified. What a major screw up from McLaren so close to the end, allowing Max Verstappen back into the fight. And does this mean that they're going to have to adjust the ride height on their cars going into the last 2 races? Is that going to impact their performance? Is that going to give Verstappen an advantage going into the last 2 races? This opens up a whole can of worms, really, and we'll have to see in Qatar whether this decision has had an impact on the way that McLaren are having to run. It's still very much advantage Lando Norris. The ball is very firmly in his court. Max Verstappen still has a lot to do, and Lando knows that he's got the measure of Oscar Piastri at the moment. So it's still very much in Lando's hands, but it all depends on what McLaren have to change going into Qatar. And it took a long time to make that decision, or a long time to come out with it. So I'm wondering whether this plank wear thing has potentially been a long-term issue for McLaren, because obviously they don't scrutineer every car at every single race. So maybe this is the first time that the FIA are aware of it. I don't know. It's very easy to sensationalise and blow things up, but at the end of the day, this has become a very interesting point in the championship.